Hey guys, so today I'm going to be giving my sister a makeover. She's going to her first, she's actually standing right here.
Hello.
But she's gonna be going to her first cotillion dance, which is kind of like prom, but like a more lame version of prom, basically.
Hey.
So I'm going to be doing her makeup for prom. I'm going to be doing her makeup for a cotillion, whatever it is. I never actually went, so I don't know like if it was cool or not, but I've heard that it's basically the lame version of prom.
Basically, well, I don't know for sure.
I guess you'll find out tonight. I know for sure you're gonna have the most bomb makeup out of everyone there, so. I'm gonna be doing her makeup, not her hair, because I suck at hair. I cannot do hair for the life of me, so. But anyways, with makeup, we're good. So, alright, time for you to get in the seat, and you guys won't really be able to see me, hence why I look awful right now, but today the focus is gonna be all on my sister. By the way, her name is Sophia. I didn't mention that. Alright, so she's gonna switch to where I'm sitting, and I'm just gonna kind of talk through and like maybe speed up some parts where I'm doing her makeup so the video isn't like 2 hours long. And yeah, let's get started. So like I said, you're not gonna be able to really see me throughout the video. The intro was basically the only time you're probably going to see my face. So we're gonna be having all the focus go on my sister today. The idea is her dress is like a green color dress, like kind of like an emerald green. Yeah, so the plan was to give her like a purple kind of halo eye like I did in one of my previous videos, but we're not going to be doing that today because that will not match her dress. So the plan is to probably give her like a brown gold kind of toned look. So that's what we're going to be going for. I'm just going to kind of go along with it. I don't know yet if I'm going to do a cut crease or a halo eye. Probably a halo eye, but I guess we'll decide as we go along. Alright, so I have my cases that I use on clients, and Sophia is basically my first client. Yeah, that's the other bag. So she's basically my first client. I have some other people that I know want their makeup done, so I've been preparing and getting multiple things that are needed. So I have, let's see, well, we got some beauty blenders. I'm going to be using the pink one on her today because I already dampened it. I have some mascara wand things. They're like disposable mascara wands. I got some eyelash glue. I don't think she's gonna want lashes today. Probably not. She's never worn them, so, and she's not very good when it comes to makeup.
I'm not used to it, that's why.
Yeah, she's not used to it, so we're not going to be doing too much probably to the bottom. I guess we could try, but then you guys will see what I'm talking about. But anyways, I got this like contour kit, and I might use some of my own products as well since she's my sister, so like I'll probably just use some of my own eyeshadow palettes and stuff like that, but we'll be focusing more on eyeshadow and all that good stuff. So
all that good stuff.
Alright, so that's that case, and this is my other case. It doesn't have too much in it yet, just some brushes that I have right here. Got some Morphe brushes I'm gonna use, and then I got a bunch of other brushes here that I'm gonna be using. So yeah, let's just, I dropped one. I also have a cape here for her to wear, so I don't get any makeup on her clothes by accident. I mean, at least you're not wearing your dress. That'd probably be a lot worse, but okay. How does this work? I'm trying to find the opening. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I found it. Now we're gonna just put that around her. Oh, sorry. Alright. There we go, that's all set and ready to go. And now we can finally start. Alright, so first thing I'm going to be using is some e.l.f. primer. This is blemish control primer. I use this on myself and I feel like it kind of helps with my acne, so that's what we're going to be using today on her.
It's supposed to be a mouth pop.
Basically, Shane Dawson is quaking. Alright, so I'm just going to use some of that. I'm going to use my hands to do this. I wash my hands, don't worry. I didn't like, okay, we're not going to go there. I usually always do my face first, and whenever I'm working on someone, I usually always do the face first and then eyes, or brows and then eyes, whatever. But that's just the way I like to do it. I always like to do my face first. So today I'm going to be going in, I think, with a mixture of these two because she does have a bit of dry skin. So I'm going to be going in with a bit of L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation and also the Pro Glow Foundation. So it'll be like a mix between some matte foundation and some dewy foundation. So that will kind of
help.
Alright, so I have my little makeup tray thing right here. I have my little makeup tray right here. It looks a little bit dirty, but I promise it's not. I just sprayed it with some alcohol, so it is definitely disinfected. So I'm gonna put the two foundations on the tray, and then I'm gonna use my little spatula thing right here to mix the two together and pick it up on the Beauty Blender. Alright, and I'm just going to use a little brush to kind of get in the little edges of her nose there where the foundation doesn't want to go with the Beauty Blender. And now we're going to move on to some concealer. So I'm going to be using some Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I use this on myself as well. It's kind of like a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, but way cheaper. So if you don't want to spend like $27 on Tarte, then totally get this. I put a little bit of that on the tray, and I think the first thing I'm going to be doing with this concealer is kind of spot treating because she has some acne like on the sides of her face. So we're going to be spot treating with that today. Alright, and now I'm going to be applying some of that under her eyes and on her forehead, bridge of her nose, Cupid's bow, chin, and over the eyes to prep for some eyeshadow, all the places that you would normally apply concealer. Do you see she's literally freaking out?
I'm not
from
freaking
this.
out. I'm not
She is.
freaking out.
She is.
I'm just not used to it.
Alright, now I'm going to take some Rimmel London Stay Matte setting powder, and I'm going to set her concealer all into place and also the rest of her face. Right, and now I'm going to be taking some NYX matte bronzer. This is the shade Light. And I'm going to be bronzing up her face and kind of contouring at the same time, but it's going to be kind of like a contour slash bronze. It's not going to be like a really crazy contour, if that makes sense. Alright, and now I'm going to be adding a tiny bit of blush, so I'm going to be using the NYX blush as well. This is the shade Amber. And I'm just going to use my big powder brush again to make sure that is all nice and blended together. And now I'm going going to move on to brows, so I'm just going to spoolie through her brows really quick. First, I'm just going to be using a dark brown pencil to outline the shape of her brows, and then I'm going to fill them in with some powder, some brow powder. So I'm going to be using the Morphe Brow Palette. And I'm probably going to be going in, since she has very, very dark brows, I'll be going in with this shade right here. We have roughly outlined them and filled them in, so now to make it more precise, I'm going to use some concealer. And I'm going to be using the same concealer as before, the Makeup Revolution concealer.
Bless you.
Thank you. Now I'm just going to take a spoolie and go through the front of her brows again. This is usually what I do with my brows, just to lighten them up. And then I'm also going to take some powder and apply that to the front as well, just so her brows don't look like block brows, basically. You want a nice transition, so it goes from dark to light. You want the front of the brow to be lighter, of course. And I'm also going to use just a bit of Anastasia Beverly Hills brow tint. So this is just going to set her brows in place and also tint them a bit, which I don't think they really need any more tinting, but I'm going to use it anyways just to make sure they're set in place for the whole night. Alright, so now we're going to move on to eyes. So I'm going to be using the Morphe X James Charles palette today. So I'm going to take an NYX blending brush. Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
And I'm going to take the shade Canvas right here first, just to set everything into place. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Code James right here as a transition. And to deepen it up, I'm going to go in with this shade as well as kind of an extra transition. And I'm also going to take this shade, and that's going to be what I use on the outer corners of her eyes and into her crease. I'm going to go in with my Morphe M433 brush to deepen up her crease and the outer corner of her eye. I'm also going to go in with a tiny bit of the shade Spooky to deepen up the look even more. I think I'm going to do a halo eye. I finally decided that. So I'm going to be adding a tiny bit of that to the inner corner as well. To add some of that black shadow to the inner corner of her eye, I'm actually going to take a smaller Morphe brush. This is the M562. Now I'm going to be starting the halo eye, so I'm going to take some of that same Makeup Revolution concealer Alright, and now over the top of that concealer, I'm going to take the shade So Good right here and apply that. Also just going to spray that with a little bit of NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray to make sure the color shows up as vibrant as possible. Alright, and then I'm just going to go back in with some shadow to make sure that is nice and blended. So now I'm going to add a little bit of shadow under her lash line. I'm going to take basically the same shades that I used on her lids. Alright, and now with my Morphe M213 smudger brush, I'm going to take a bit of this shade right here and add that right on the lash line. I'm going to take a tiny bit of black as well. I'm applying that right on the outer corner just to add a little bit more dimension. So now I'm just going to quickly clean up the edges of her eyeshadow, and then I'm going to do a little bit of liner on her lid. I'm going to keep it very subtle though. Alright, so using my Morphe M217, this is just a little liner brush. I'm going to take some LA Girl gel eyeliner and apply a very thin line of that on her lid. Alright, and now I'm just going to be taking some mascara. So I'm going to use some Maybelline The Falsies mascara, and I'm going to use my disposable wand. Alright, and now for an extra pop, I'm going to be taking some J. La Rue White Gold Pigment. So this is just a glitter basically. This is what it looks like if you guys can see it. Probably not. I'm just going to spray my brush with some setting spray. Alright, so now eyes are basically done, so now I'm just going to add some highlight. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Sugar Glow Kit, and I'm going to take probably two shades. I'm going to take the shade Marshmallow and also the shade Butterscotch. Alright, and I'm also going to take just a tiny bit of those two shades as well, and I'm going to apply them to the inner corners and brow bone. Alright, and now finally we are going to put on some lipstick. So I have quite a few lipsticks to choose from. I'm just going to use some Ulta Beauty lip liner pencil to line her lips. Alright, and now I'm just going to apply some Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Nosferatu. Alright, and now for the last step, I'm going to take some of the Kat Von D Everlasting Glim Reveal. This is the shade Rocker, and I'm going to apply that over the top of the lipstick for some extra pop. Alright guys, so that is the finished look. What do you think?
I love it. Thanks.
Alright, I'm glad. So she's gonna have the most glam makeup at Cotillion. Anyways, guys, she has to go like right now. We are finally done, and yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell if you want to be notified of any of my upcoming videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
See ya.